It's the NFL on EA Sports.
And coming up, we'll see the electric Jaden Daniels.
He's going to have to air it out plenty this week.
The action is only moments away
on Sunday night.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has come to East Asia in the bustling metropolis that is Tokyo, Japan. Along with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin here, and partner, let's examine this Tokyo ball club as they interplay.
They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And last week they put together a 3-touchdown victory and were never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Dubliners, they coming off their very first loss of the year, suffered a week ago.
Yeah, it will not be a perfect season, but I'm interested to see how they bounce back now that they know that chasing the 1972 Dolphins is out the window.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. It's Josh Allen that'll be orchestrating the offense, a 6'5" quarterback from Wyoming.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. 12 yards on the gain, a great start for this offense.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Leonard Williams make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
And the sack parade continues. Remember last week, they had an astounding 8 sacks, another one there on the opening drive.
And they have the mentality of just attacking the quarterback in the pocket, no matter what. They're one of those teams that says, we play the run on our way back to the quarterback. And that philosophy works for them very well.
Now Allen. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Byron Murphy, the one who got a hand in to knock it away. When you look at this defense,
and they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Here's Allen to throw it. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time.
Leading them out, their young quarterback, the rookie from LSU.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week. So keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
And a short pickup to about the 25.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Flushed out right. And a loose football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way.
Well, we know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Jawan Bentley, the one to get in and finish off the play.
And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
And his throw is incomplete. Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver.
And now it's third down.
When you look at this defense,
well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
This defense has a lot to be proud of coming off of the game they played last week. When you only give up 14 points in a game, not only do you give your team a chance to win, you fully expect to win because you figure your offense is going to score more than that.
It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's fourth down.
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. Tucker's kick is good, and that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He completes that to Garrett Wilson.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Now a 2nd and 2. Working out of the gun, Daniels. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left.
To the air goes Daniels.
And a completion to Wilson. And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Garrett Wilson.
His third touchdown now on the year.
And the Dragons are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead.
I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Allen going to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. To throw, it's Allen. That's Bourne. Got it on the slant. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Second down and 4. Here's Allen. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. Looking to throw. Allen. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Now Allen. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Allen. The quick slant caught. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Dublin with the football here to begin the second quarter. As they come up now, second and goal. Try to power it in with Arma. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Dobbins. And Dobbins, he is not going to get there. They stop him short of the line to gain. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the fourth quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. On the previous drive, he connected with Garrett Wilson for the touchdown. And here they go again, 1st and 10. Daniels looking to throw.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
A handoff from Mitchell running left.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Throwing now is Daniels.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins.
Shoves him away. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. That is caught. He's got the 1st down and more.
And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down.
With that down and distance, no real surprise they decided to throw the ball. But I think where the surprise kicked in, the result. Short pass downfield. That ball got taken for a nice journey to turn into a big play.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Allen now looks to throw. That is caught by Dell.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They've moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. A give, Dobbins trying the right side.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Hustling through to break that play up, Max Crosby.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Throwing now is Allen. Got his man, Dell.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
To the air, Allen.
just keeping the play alive. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
Tucker's kick is good, and they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Okay, can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Tokyo set to go on offense once again. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. They'll try the left side. Felton, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. To throw is Daniels. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Back to the ground here, Mitchell. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Another run with Mitchell. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Daniels. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Here's Daniels. Touchdown! K.J. Osborne, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dragons have retaken the lead. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is up to 5. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Powering his way forward. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Shamrocks offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense has got to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in this first half that's really giving him fits.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Allen. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Devon Godshaw getting in there and dropping him. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started in the place dubbed America's Finest City, San Diego, California, where you see the final score there. Aaron Rodgers, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. We were treated to a fine performance in the first half from the Heisman Trophy winner, Jaden Daniels. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. He completes it to Wilson. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up second down. Back to throw. Daniels. Right side to Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Eluding the pressure right. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8. In motion left is Wilson. Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. Flush to his right. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense him saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Here's Allen to throw it. Open man here is Conklin. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Allen going to throw. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
This is taken around the 12. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and they will take over 1st and 10. Tokyo set to go on offense once again. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. To the air goes Daniels. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to kick it away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. Dublin's offense now set to take over. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. To throw, it's Allen. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Here's Allen. Finding Bourne here over the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. Allen now on the option right. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. A good chunk on the ground on the keeper, 17 yards, 1st down. A handoff running left is Dobbins. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Allen. And he will find his man on the outside. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 30 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. They'll run with Dobbins, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Shamrocks have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. Now Mike McCarthy saying, let's go for 2. Allen will try to throw for it. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Off the play fake. Daniels.
Rolling to his left. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8. Working out of the gun, Daniels.
His throw incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Throwing now is Daniels.
Steps away to his left. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long.
Allen now looks to throw.
He'll let this go deep for Bourne.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Tokyo set to go on offense once again. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. 1st down, here's Mitchell. He's got it to the 43 here.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Daniels looking to throw.
And it's complete to Mitchell.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Give running right is Mitchell.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
To throw is Daniels.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Daniels. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Jamison Williams.
A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Dragons have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the 4th quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the 4th quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
Throwing now is Allen. Buying time to his left. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first. Allen.
That is caught by Dell.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. To the right side and complete to Washington. And he's taken down inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
To the air, Allen. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and again to Dobbins.
The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Allen. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Josh Allen, a 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Shamrocks answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Dragons offense and Jaden Daniels getting set for this next possession. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Here's Daniels. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Let's phrase this delicately, okay? Might have had a better option instead of throwing the football into double coverage.
He was blanketed. I was surprised that he went his direction.
Yeah, should have thought maybe about the check down. Take the completion, keep moving.
Now Daniels.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. Fielded at the 20. So a change of possession here on the punt.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays.
Now Allen. Open man is born. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. They'll look to throw now on first down.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Allen off the play fake. And fights through one man. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Another run here with Dobbins.
No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
Now a handoff for Dobbins.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. Tucker's kick is good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The situation for them offensively as follows. Down 27-21, a little under a minute to go. And their 4-game winning streak in great danger. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Back to throw. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside of 45. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Down to their last chance now. This is going to have to be a heave for the end zone and just hope for a miracle.
And I don't sit back with everyone back defending. I've got to have somebody rushing the quarterback. Don't make it easy for him to set up and throw the ball all the way downfield.
And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for but couldn't secure it, and this one's over. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffer the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So for the Dubliners, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for Tokyo, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL.